Hey math friends, this is a video tutorial on how to complete the rounding whole numbers activity. The first two slides are just quick reviews or anchor charts that you could go back and refer to while doing your lesson if you need some extra help. The first one is rounding to the tens place, and the second one goes over rounding to the hundreds place. I'm going to do one example on each page, and then you will be required to pick two different examples on each page to complete yourself. So the first one says round 143 to the hundreds place. So I would underline, if I had a marker right here, the hundreds place, which is 100. So I know the first boundary is going to be 100. When I round, I have to decide if it's going to stay the same or I'm going to round up to the next 100. To figure out the next 100, I could count by hundreds by saying 100, then 200. So my other boundary is 200. Next, I'm going to use this purple dot over here and place it on the number line where the number 143 would go. So I'm going to place it up here, right here, and pretty close to the 140 because 143 is closer to 140 than it is to 150. Next, I'm going to read the statement. It says, when I round 143 to the hundred place, it rounds to blank. So I'm going to say it rounds to 100, and I'm going to type in 100, because it's closer to 100 than it is to 200. That says 299. 200. So because it's on this side of the midway point, I'm going to round it to the 100. If it was at the 150 or more, I would round it up to the 200. But because it's before that halfway point, I'm going to round it down. Next slide says round 834 to the hundreds place. On this slide, they're not going to give you the boundaries, and you're going to have to come up with them yourself. So if I'm rounding to the hundreds place, I'm going to find out which digit is in the hundreds place, and that digit is 8. So I'm either rounding down to 800, or I got to count by 100s to see what the next 100 would be after 800. So 800 then would be 900. So on the other one, I'm going to put the number 900. Next, I'm going to put my purple dot on the number line, which shows 834. So I'm going to move this over to right next to 830, kind of halfway between because it's 34, so I'm going to round it around there. Next, because it's to the left of the midway point, which is 850, I'm going to round this down to 800 as well. So in the sentence, I'm going to write, when I round 834 to the 100 place, it rounds to 800 because it is closer to 800 than it is to 900. I could prove that by counting by 10. This is only about 10, 20, 30 away from 800 as compared to it's about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 away from 900. So it's definitely closer to this 800.